Welcome everybody, my name is Brendan Snyder. Thank you for joining me. If you're new to my channel and you haven't already hit the subscribe button, I'm attempting to reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers, and if you could click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Alright, we're going to take a look today at a brand new Bush album called The Kingdom. It's their 8th studio album and first since 2017's Black and White Rainbows. It just came out on Friday, July 17th of 2020. But the band formed all the way back in 1992, and they found immediate success on their 1994 debut album, 16 Stone. This one peaked at number 4 on the Billboard 200 album chart and featured 5 hugely successful singles off of it, including 2 top 40 songs, Come Down reaching number 30 and Glycerine reaching number 28. The album itself was ultimately certified 6 times platinum. The follow-up album, Razorblade Suitcase, that came out in 1996, debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200, selling nearly 300,000 copies just in the first week alone. It included 2 really big hits off of it, Swallowed and Greedy Fly, and was ultimately certified 3 times platinum. The band went on to become one of the most commercially successful bands of the 90s, releasing 2 more studio albums, Science of Things in 1999, which was certified 1-time platinum, and Golden State, which came out in 2001. They did break up in 2002, but would reform 8 years later in 2010, and since that time have released 4 more studio albums and going on to sell over 20 million albums worldwide. Which brings us to The Kingdom, which is the 2020 release, and as I said, the 8th studio album and 4th since reuniting. And in my opinion, the sound quality of these last 4 releases has been very consistent and really strong. And it builds on the sound and styles that made them so popular in the 1990s. Lead singer Gavin Rossdale and drummer Robin Goodrich are the only remaining original members in the band, but they also have Chris Traynor on guitars, and he comes from 90s alt rockers Helmet, which I think is a real huge plus in terms of their sound. The album was originally scheduled to be released in May, but it got pushed back due to the COVID-19 pandemic, and the album title itself was originally due to be called The Mind That Plays Tricks on You. And just in terms of this album cover, with the title of it now being called The Kingdom, I'm not really sure what that reference has to do with the album cover, but knowing that it was originally intended to be called The Mind That Plays Tricks on You and seeing the filtered effect on it, I'm wondering if there was more of a relation for the album cover due to the old title than what it is currently being called. But the album title being The Kingdom, and that is also named after one of the songs on the album. The song itself sounds as good as ever in my opinion, with very catchy riffs and huge powerful chorus on it. And Gavin has said that it's a call to arms that's really meant to be played in stadiums, which of course they can't do right now, and it's quite a shame. Hopefully in the upcoming year 2021 they'll be able to do that. The album is a heavier riff-based album that just chugs along at a really good pace in my opinion. Frontman Gavin Rossdale has described this album as heavier songs with an angrier perspective. The song Bullet Holes comes from the movie John Wick Chapter 3. That was released back in May of 2019, so it had been out for more than a year at the time that they finally began to promote this album, but it is included on there, and it's a really great song. It's a very heavy, dirgy track with a cool spoken word verse over it with a very memorable chorus, sort of similar in style to U2's Bullet the Blue Sky. The first single that was released off of it to promote the album, Flowers on the Grave. The song itself has huge guitars, driving riffs, of course, unmistakable vocals by Gavin Rossdale, and I think it's a really perfect album opener on here. Other standout tracks on this are the song Quicksand and the really beautiful ballad Undone, which is just simply one of their best songs ever in my opinion. Alright, so let's take a look at this. This is the front cover that I was talking about before, where I kind of don't know what that has in reference to the song The Kingdom. And then there's the back side of it with the track listing. And here's the inside of that, alternate sort of shot of what that cover is. And then if we pop off the disc, you can see it's just similar on the underside. The booklet's mostly lyrics, but it does have a couple band photos in it. And it's kind of nicely done the way they do it with the colors and sort of the sparse layout. There's one of the really good shots. It just continues along with the lyrics here. And here's the next band photo, and then the ending on that. And so sort of the bottom line on this album here, the album is really packed with great riffs and I think classic vocals on it. It has really good flow from start to finish and a very nice pacing on the album. Personally, I think it's a real return to form for them in terms of a classic sound. And I think if you're a fan of Bush or any 90s rockers, I think you should really check this out, and I would highly recommend it for you. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and if you did, please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, and I hope everyone has a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.